So it's me, your little boy, Iki Samson. I have something special for us today. There are imagery without you. Listen, some people may be pretending, acting like they are living well without you. They are okay. But believe me, as a choosing, they are not. Listen, you may not be able to get in what idea or information about how miserable their life is without you. You may not be aware how bad they are living because of your accent. Because sometimes people may be pretending because of the cloth they are putting within, but deep inside them, they are not okay, bro. They are not okay the way you may be thinking that they are. A lot of people up there are secretly suffering because of your accent, because of the fact that you are no longer around them, because they messed up with someone whom they ought to keep for the rest of their life. That is why I always urge us, be careful what you throw away. Be careful whom you throw away, and be careful where you throw people out, how you throw them out, and the way you treat people. Be careful what you don't value. Be careful how you treat the lesser people around you. Be careful up there the way you conclude with the life of others, because God don't take permission from nobody. Listen, you may not be aware how God loves people and where God is taking them to. That's why you need to be careful whom you throw away. Before you conclude on someone around you, just just think within you. Our God is not from nobody village. Our God don't need your identity. Our God don't need anything from you before he blessed someone he really want to bless. Ciao. You know what I'm saying? God don't need no one permission before he blessed any man. That is why you need to understand. Be careful whom you betrayed. Be careful what you throw away. Because sometimes God always walk with the rejected ones. Yes, believe me. God always use those who are rejected. God always permanently in love with the rejected ones. Look at the life of Esther. Esther was nobody. They look at her as a wretched. They look at her as someone who have nothing to offer, nothing to bring to the table. They concluded on her. But at the end, what happened? God turned the rejected into a queen. Think about David. How many people will I name? Listen, that is why you need to be careful out there whom you treat, because of the circumstances around them, because of the fact that you are in that position and you think that you have that privilege or that audacity to do whatsoever you want or whatsoever you feel like, because God is not from your family. God is not from your village. God is not from your community. God is not from your lineage. God does not care whether you are rich or poor. But what I know, particularly right from the origin, that God permanently deal or do with the rejected ones. That is why before you treat people bad, just think twice. Because the rejected stone before end up become the chief cornerstone. That's why people are not telling you are no value, nothing, you are not good enough. Don't just bother yourself. Because most times, God will allow them to look at you as a garbages that he will use for future product. Sometimes if you don't, like where I do used to work, I supposed to, go some places today. I'm supposed to go some places, but due to I don't want, then I decide to start home. What am I trying to say is this? Where I do used to work, so sometimes when our work or onions, the work I do, I'm a farmer, so the work I do, where if peradventure there is no customer, my master will do what? We package the onions, put it in a what? In a store where it can even last like 1 week, 2 weeks. We don't just throw away it. It may not have value at that particular moment, but in due season, people will look for it. So I don't care whom you are or what you are calling yourself, but be careful, be mindful whom you do what, whom you treat, and how you treat people around you. Because even right from the beginning, Christ have made it that the rejected stone and door become the chief cornerstone. It does not matter who. That's why sometimes if you are up there, you still have these attitudes of taking advantage of others, talking to people the way you feel like, because you are in that position, or you make people feel like they are nobody to you. The truth is this: God always loves those who are being rejected. God always uses those who are being rejected. God always uses those who are being abandoned, because he knows that being rejected does not mean you are nobody. Because he knows being rejected does not mean that you can't be somebody. Because he uses to let people know that his will and his thought will always come to stand. So be careful whom you treat. Because let me tell you, a lot of people up there are a mystery. Not because of the fact that they ought to be in that mystery, not because of the fact that they ought to be suffering, not because of the fact that they ought to be in that situation. It's because of the fact that the way that they treated people up there, the way they take the life of people as if they are nobody. I tell one of my master one day, I said, listen, you are rich, and you take us as if we are like your slave, or you take us as if we are nobody to you. But one day, I didn't argue with him. I said, I pick a sand like this. I said, master, look at it. And you know me right from the beginning. I'm not that kind of person who will be panicking, because I believe one thing: if I die today, that is the end of everything. And I'm not going to live forever. Why will I be panicking to tell you the truth? I pick sand like this. I said, please, this is a sound. This is whom we are. Each of us, my great-grandfathers, my grandfather, my grandmother, my grandmother, each of them have already turned to sand. So how much more you? No matter the weight you have on earth, one day you will leave all behind. So what am I trying to say is this: let's be careful how we treat people up there. Because you have no idea how many people up there who are publicly smiling but secretly regretting everything that they have done. Yes, that is why sometimes you see someone driving car like this. You may be thinking that they are good, they are well. You see someone living in a luxurious house. You may be thinking that they are feeling well, that everything is alright. But if you try to study or ask them questions, you will rejoice within you. Yeah, I'm not saying to live a good life. Everyone that is living a luxurious life are what I even know. But I said sometimes many of us don't know what a lot of people have done. The things that they are facing, the things that they are going through because of the wickedness that they have did behind. So be careful, brothers, what you throw away. Be careful. Be careful whom you throw away, and be mindful, because sometimes God always uses those who are being abandoned, rejected, maltreated. God always uses them to glorify himself. And God always uses those who are nobody to become somebody, so that his glory will remain forever. You know what I'm saying? So remain blessed. May God bless you.